Hello, everybody, and welcome to ResinNet. I just wanted to take this quick minute to thank you all so much. I see that we've reached 1,000 subscribers, and I'm just so grateful to all of you that just continue to watch, and I hope this is an encouragement to you. Thank you.
Hello everybody! So I'm back today to try my version of the raindrop method technique, if you will, that has been kind of going around. So what I decided to do is I received some super chameleon powders from Glitter and Crafts for You that I bought there, and I'm super excited to use these, so I thought this might be a fun time to try these out on the raindrop method. Okay, so I'm just going to do 2 coasters, and I'm going to be using their Dragon Eye Chameleon, Super Chameleon, and also Fairy Dust. Okay, now the colors to me look super similar when I'm just looking through the jar color, but I don't know, I might see something different when they are finished. I also got this Copper Roses, and this one is really pretty as well. It does look like it's got kind of more of a glittery effect, okay? The rest, these two are more like metallic. So I am going to hold off on my Copper Roses and try these two for this experiment. So I'm going to go ahead and get my resin here. I've just got a small little bottle because I'm just kind of now starting to experiment a bit with this. And I'm going to go ahead and start doing my raindrops. Okay? And then when I'm done, I will be starting the fairy dust. First, I'm going to spray a bit of alcohol on my trays here and make sure they're clean.
Okay, I'm going to be taking my UV resin and just start making small blobs, kind of different sizes and maybe a few different shapes, some oblong ones and round, and just kind of putting them sporadically all across the tray. I'm going to purposely place some of the blobs at the edge of the tray or the mold so that they will roll over the side into the rim. I think that I will like the effect that might have when it's done. Okay, I'm going to place this under the UV light for 1 full minute. Okay, while that is in the under the UV lamp, I'm going to be doing the second coaster, and I'm repeating the process, but this time I'm making some longer, few longer drips on this one to see if I like this technique. Okay, now I'm going to switch these out, and I'm going to place this tray in for 60 seconds as well. And then I'm going to be taking a little coffee stir stick here and testing my UV resin to make sure that it cured completely while it was under the lamp. Okay, now I'm going to be starting with the dragon's eye, and I'm going to be painting the mica powder on and around all of the bubbles, around all the edges and over the tops of them. It's a really pretty mica powder, and basically I'm going to cover the entire tray. Never used these mica powders before, so I'm super excited to see how the color shift will work. So far it looks great. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, here I'm just being really sure to get all of the edges all the way up to the top of the rim and also inside the bottom edge of the rim, so that everything's covered in the mica powder. Okay, I'm going to tap this over the garbage can real quick to get rid of any of the loose mica powder. What did you guys think of this? Oh my gosh. Look at how it goes from this green to purple to golden, kind of orange. It's just really amazing. I mean, honestly, I feel like I have no words. It is really pretty. Yeah, I can't stop looking at it. And we'll be doing the same technique with this fairy dust on this coaster. They're just about finished with this part, and gosh, I'm just beyond amazed the more I'm using um, this Super Chameleon mica powders. It's just beyond what I could have imagined it to be. You also want to make sure you're cleaning out your brushes in between each of the mica powders. Uh, you can just use something dry actually, and maybe just a bit of a baby wipe or a little bit of alcohol on a towel just to kind of get off the excess powder. Okay, here they are next to each other. You can't really tell a huge difference between the dragon eye and the fairy dust, but oh my gosh, they are really pretty. Um, the color shift on these are just amazing. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, I just can't get over it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to let you go for now, and we will be back here in just a minute for the next step. Okay, I'll see you then.
Okay, so I was getting ready to mix up my resin, my regular resin, with my black mica powders to finish these off, and then I had an idea, because you know, it's me, I never just leave things alone. I thought what would happen if we did a double bubble, so to speak. What would happen if we did another layer of bubbles on top of these bubbles to give it more depth? What do you think? And then I was thinking that these bubbles I would leave clear. Does that make sense? Is that going to work? Well, I think I'll try it on a couple bubbles. We'll do a couple double bubbles, okay? So just a few. So I'm just gonna put my mask on real quick because this UV resin does not smell very good.
Okay, I'm just basically putting another smaller blob on top of some of these other little blobs or drops. Okay, now we're going to take our coaster with the double bubbles and go ahead and put it in for 1 minute to cure this part of it. Okay, now I'm going to be making up our black resin. I'm using Naked Fusion, Diamond Clarity, and I'm going to be making up, oh, I don't know, probably 6 to 8 ounces or so. Um, and that should be enough for both coasters. Okay, it looks good. I'm going to test it here and see if it's done, and it is nice and cured and firm.
Okay, here it is. Here's our double bubble on some of these. Can you see? So I'm excited to go ahead and get the black resin poured and see what that does. Okay, that's going to be kind of fun to see if it makes any difference at all. I'm not going to do that on this one. Okay, we will just see what we get. So I'm going to stir up my resin here and get my mica powder added, and I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay, I have got my resin made up, and I'm going to be adding some black, just regular mica powder from Let's Resin. A couple of good piles in there. So we're going to go ahead and start over here. I think with this is the fairy dust, and just going to kind of pour kind of slowly in here. Get into my rims. Normally I would spray alcohol in the rims so I don't get bubbles, but I'm not going to do that today. I don't want to mess up my mica powders. Okay, so get all those bubbles covered. See, that took about 2 ounces there. Some of these bubbles are a bit taller. Okay, so I'm going to give this a squirt of alcohol, and I'm going to put it over in my curing machine to kind of give it a little speed up here, and then as soon as they're cured, I will be back so we can unmold them. I will see you then. Hello everybody, I am back. These are completely cured, and I'm so excited to see what we got with these. Okay, so this side over here was the fairy dust, and then this one over here was the dragon's eye. So I don't know if we're going to see a whole lot of difference, but I'm so excited to get these out of here and see what happened with these super chameleons. I could see me doing a lot with these because, gosh, they are super fun. Now, from this company that I got the mica powders from, it is, you know, these mica powders here, it's like $4.95 for just a little bit. This little jar certainly does not come full, okay? It's a small jar anyway, and it just has a little bit in there, but it was plenty enough to do probably a couple of coasters if you wanted to do them this way, but they do have options of bigger containers, which I will do the next time. So here we go. Here is the one marked fairy dust. Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. Look at that. I really love that. I mean, holy cow. I can't believe how this turned out. I'm not even sure who did this like raindrop bubble water method to begin with. I've seen a couple of different artists try it on their channels, but I wanted to give it my take on it. But holy smokes, this super mica powder, I don't know. I have no words. I mean, that's just crazy cool. just totally crazy cool. Okay, so now this one is the one where we tried the double bubble. And I don't know if that's going to even show up. I'm not sure if what I had in mind will even work, okay? But excited to see, and I think I might have to do a couple more coasters of these because I'm going to want a whole set. All right, here we go. Okay, so see here. I don't really see a whole lot of difference, much difference in the shade, but I also don't see any difference in the double bubble. So I think what I did is, okay, I know what I did. And this is kind of silly, but what I should have done was done the double bubble first on this before I did the before I put the mica powder on, before I painted the mica powder. Okay, so I am definitely going to give that a try. I think probably later today, and I'll let you know how that turns out. I will try to get pictures kind of updated on my Facebook and on my community tab, which I'm kind of having to do some catch up with that. But oh my gosh, you guys, what do you think about this? That is totally cool. Yep, I love it. I'm gonna have to sand down a little bit of these square coasters are super sharp on the edges, but that is not going to take much time at all. But yeah, I think I'm kind of obsessed with this now. Yep, definitely see the sides. We did a little bit of on purpose. I kind of wanted some of the drops to run down into the edges so that we would have some bubbles up here, and then we painted all the edges. It turned out super good, really cool. Definitely love those. I think I do kind of vaguely see a little bit of a difference between these two colors. This one has kind of more of a shiny reflection in it. I don't know if it's picking up in there or not. This one has a bit more of a matte finish, and that might be the difference between these two, between the fairy dust, which is this one, and the dragon's eye, which is this one. Okay, that's really, I think it's really a vague, kind of a faint difference, but just a little bit there. Anyway, really loving this. Really. So, okay, thanks again, everyone, and I appreciate all of you. I hope that you enjoyed doing this video with me, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Thanks so much, and I will see you then.